sign turns to 80, the road pretty much runs out of pavement. Now, Alberta. Episode 3. Not really episode 3, but on the way back from my last trip, I stopped in a little shop to check out an 89 300ZX that I saw parked on the side of the road for sale on my way out, and just looked mint. Like, it looked like new, like one of those collector cars. And sure enough, in some of these small towns, when you're driving around here, you'll find cars that people just collected and never drove. And this one was an 89, had 80,000 miles on it, original miles, and it was mint. And the owner had a crazy story that he owned the car when he owned a dealership, and then another guy owned the car, and then he bought it back from the other guy who did a whole bunch of work on the car. So anyways, it looked super sweet. But while we were walking up, or while I'm walking up to the shop, I look across the street, and there's a JDM GT4 205, the newer model, probably like a 95 to 98 model. And if you guys know me, if you had to say, hey, I'm going to pick a JDM car to build up and drive in Canada, and you know you have to go back 15 years to import these cars, if I could just pick a car, I'm a Toyota guy. I would totally pick that GT4. The GT4 was really, you know, kind of in that early 90s era of, yeah, Evos and, you know, Skylines going all-wheel drive. It was Toyota's answer to the all-wheel drive world. It was a Celica, turbocharged, all-wheel drive. There was 3 different models over about a decade, and man, these cars were sick. If anyone watches Forza, when you look at the rally stage and you see that car coming, you know, with all the crazy headlights, that's the GT4, and that was a super crazy World Rallycross car. I believe it won about 3 championships, and Toyota just dominated with that car. So we saw one for sale locally, and it was actually not the newer one, the 205. It was actually the middle version, the 185. And so just got to thinking about it and started looking for cars that, you know, maybe would be good to do a build and actually be able to drive here in the winter, because as you've seen, we get a lot of snow, and the all-wheel drive might be nice. And not to drop this car and have it super low, but to make this like a rally setup and have a car that can really drive all winter and get back on some rally roads. So anyhow, check out this little tour of the 300, and yeah, work in progress. Makes it look like I'm leaning like way back, like lowrider dudes. Everyone always says my seat is so upright and I'm so close to the wheel. I just like that, like race car style. But the wide angle is sick. I think in the wide angle you can even see out the back and see the wing in the wide angle. That's so sick. Nurse back, birdie. Oh, gotta slow down in town. Turning into Black Diamond of all towns, and I saw it driving through a 300Z for sale, so we're gonna go check it out. Me and Jack have been shopping for old Celicas, I think my dream JDM car would be like a 98, 95 to 98 Celica GT4. I'd probably go for the 4A, but the Rally Edition actually doesn't have electric windows, so it was actually kind of a stripped down model. But the GT4s are really sick, and those World Rally Cup cars, man, they dominated, you know, in the previous version in the 185s. So if we could find a 205, that'd be pretty sick. So yeah, we'll check this out. Outside this morning, but now I don't see it. Oh, speak of the devil. Look at that. That's so crazy. I was just talking about that. Look at the TRD. That's pretty sick. That's a JDM GT4. Totally muddy and rallied out. Sick. Maybe it's one of these guys. Right, Mustang fans. $300Z turbo. Amazing.
Yeah. So there it is. Engine is just as strong as can be. I'll get the keys.
Well, that was an experience. Probably spent close to an hour in there with my new friend Ron, Route 22. Ron, he was actually a former, he used to own a Nissan dealership in Medicine Hat, and the craziest story, that car, it's an 89 300, so it's got the newer body style. He owned it, sold it to a client. The client had it for a long time, reupholstered the seats with the original seats, full paint job, the original color, replaced all the trims and seals. The thing runs like it's new, my God. Anyway, it's a bit of money, but that was pretty cool. Thanks, Ron. Look at this, New York City. Black Diamond has a light. What the hell? It's like New York City. Go walking, folks. Black Diamond. Black Gold. It's like a two-street town. Believe it or not, when this place struck oil, between Turner Valley and Black Diamond, there was over 20,000 people living here. There's the Black Diamond. Oh man, gotta love Alberta. So that was pretty cool. I mean, man, that car was clean like a new car. So this is our debate. The price he's looking at, He's probably around 85 to get that car. It's got 82,000 original miles. It's actually from Arizona, so no rust. And like I said, it's been repainted back to the factory color. But original wheels, everything is mint. The one thing the guy changed is if you open up the cigarette ashtray, because the old cars had ashtrays, if anyone remembers that, you open it up, and he actually had an iPhone dock put in, and he upgraded the speaker system, so it has a newer stereo. That's about it. Everything else is mint, stock, no rust, no body damage. Pretty amazing. So the debate is, the other car is so funny. On the street I saw a GT4 JDM for about 5 or even an 8-year newer car is about the same price. You know, to be fair, a 98 GT4 from Japan could be 9,000, 9,500 for a really clean, low mileage one. So in the same ballpark, but probably looking at, for sure, a GT4 at 185 with the pop-up headlights would be a little bit less. But that car is super clean. I mean, it's mint. You almost wouldn't want to do anything to it because it's a real collector's item. It just happens to be in the one showroom in the smallest town in Alberta. Maybe not the smallest town, sorry, Black Diamond. But that was pretty cool. So let's see, I'll show Jack the video and we'll see what Jack thinks about that. Maybe we'll come out and check it out again. My new buddy Ron had this old Kawasaki 250 Ninja. 250. And it looked like so much fun. It was like $1,600. How could you go wrong with that? What the hell? Just doing a little shooting out on the road, and we're gonna test GoPro's life here. See if we can get some cool POV down Mexico way. tested some really cool POV shots. Had the GoPro session down here, down under my, just down by my splitter. Pretty cool views. And some big bugs right in the lens. I don't know if you can see that. Love it. Get a session.